The thoughts, views, and opinions are that of my own. I'm not a salesman. I cannot be bought. This is all entertainment. Let's go.
The cipher. It's the new cipher.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Peace, 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 peace. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. This is your host, EQ, and welcome to the cipher.
The cipher. It's the new cipher.
How y'all doing? What up? How y'all doing? We back at it. Going to be bringing you a new fragrance house, a discovery set from a new fragrance house, and I'll go into how that came about and we'll discuss it. But as y'all know, I'm getting my sip on.
The cipher. It's the new cipher.
Drink a choice tonight, sip a choice. Y'all know I only drink the good. I prefer top shelf. I don't like trash and overhyped drinks. A lot of that trash tequila y'all drinking. Tonight, we're going to be drinking Añejo from Patagones Añejo. Quality stuff. None of that Don Julio. That's trash. Too many additives. It's not real tequila. So, no additives here. Additive free. G4 is also another good one, but we're gonna get to
it. The cipher. It's the new cipher.
All right, give me a second to get situated real quick. Y'all know I gotta have my lotions. They should sponsor me. The best lotion out there, the best lotion for my fragrances to keep your skin hydrated. When your skin is hydrated and you drink a gallon of water a day, your fragrance lasts longer. I don't know what to tell you.
The cipher.
Peace, 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 and more peace. It is a vibe. It is a vibe. Let me do some of these lights real quick. All right. It was a little bright for me. So peace, what y'all doing? What's up? How y'all feeling? Today's episode number 69 of the lives, number 69. And on today's live episode, I'm going to be doing my first impressions and unboxing of a fragrance house that I was just put onto called Thana Parfums. Thana Parfums. They are on Fragrantica. So for those of you all who want to follow along and you want to pull up Parfumo or Fragrantica to look at the notes as I describe the fragrances, cool, we can do that. But so you know, my admins, y'all know how I like to keep it, G. If y'all could in the comments. So if you're watching a replay of this live because you didn't get an opportunity to catch it live and you want to know, well, what was the name of that fragrance? Because I'm only going to say it like once, maybe twice. For my admins, please, if you can, by looking on Fragrantica, I'll try to pronounce the names right. See if y'all can type that in the comments. It can be one or two of y'all. It really don't matter. That way, if you want to know what the name is, because this is a live, this isn't a pre-recorded video, you at least will know what the fragrance is, so you don't have to come in the comment section and say, hey, what was the name of that fragrance? Stop skipping through videos. Watch the video in its entirety. You'll know the name of the fragrance. So with that said, that's what we be doing the intro on. That's some good tequila. None of that non-headache nonsense. I know last live, before we got out the live, somebody asked me, one of the gentlemen in the comments asked me, what was a good book to read, or what are some good starter books that I think a man should have in his collection, who's an avid reader, who's a person who looks inward into self. We really unpacked a lot of things last live, but I'm going to go ahead and give y'all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna give y'all 6 books. 6 books, and I have way more than that. Way more I think you should have, but I'm gonna give you 6 quick books that I think every man should have in his collection and should read more than once. The first one is from James Allen, and that's As a Man Thinketh. As a Man Thinketh. This is like a standard. It's like the first. You should probably read this like once a year. How your mind is controlled, like your universe. The way the actions, everything that happens, it starts with the mind, your mindset. Again, if you think you're a victim, you will be a victim. Are there things that happen on occasions? Yes. But if you come into work with a bad attitude, if you come into work thinking negative thoughts, generally speaking, negative thoughts will happen to you. That's why I hear some people say fragrance isn't going to get you compliments. In a certain degree, fragrance won't get you compliments. What fragrance will do, and I think I saw somebody share something to me. Somebody was on, I might have been on TikTok. They was like, fragrance ain't going to never get you compliments. It ain't going to never. Yes, you have to work on your internal, but part of wearing a fragrance and setting the tone and setting the mood is working on your internal. And if you feel good and you feel like you smell good, that builds your confidence. Confidence building will come out externally, which will draw people in you. No different than if I'm in dirty clothes, work clothes, like I've been cutting the grass, and I see a fine woman or something, I'm not as confident talking to her. If I'm in a tailored suit, I'm more confident. Clothing matters, fragrance matters, and it's not just the scent, it's how it makes you feel. But that's all in the mind, and working on your mind is like most of y'all number one thing. One day I'm gonna unpack the clips I've seen on Scent Explorer. It's a lot of lames in the community, but that's never here nor there. As a Man Thinketh. As a Man Thinketh, I think you should have that from James Allen. Another one I think you should read. This is a short book for those who don't like to read books. I think it's less than 100 pages in here. Let me just double check. Might be less than 100 pages in here. This is a quick read, but I think every person should read this at least once a year. Who Moved My Cheese? Who Moved My Cheese? #1 bestseller from Spencer Johnson, MD. Who Moved My Cheese? I think you should read that. Way of the Superior Man by David Dieta. You should have this. You should go through this. It's less than 180 pages, I believe. 100, about 190 some pages. Yeah, it's about 190, 94, give or take. You should have this in your collection. That's like a 1-2 day read, depending on how you want to break it down, or get them in audiobooks. So when you're traveling and going to work, but again, you work on your mind, you feel good in your clothing, you work on your body, you go to the gym, you put on the right clothes, it would just all exude confidence. It's part of the package deal. A couple more. Again, y'all understand this is why I'm big on accountability, and my mind is just working on your mind and how you view things will change your life around tremendously. Mind Right, Life Right. Mind Right, Life Right by Ash Cash. I had a hardcover of this. It got damaged when I moved, so I had to buy another book of this, but this is also a good one. It's all on the mind. Mind Right, Life Right. And then one of my really good authors that you should read is from Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules of Life, the 12 Rules of Life. And he got a new one. This one just came in. I'm going to break this one open, but this is Beyond Order. This is 12 More Rules of Life. This is like the second part of this book. This was so good. I can't wait to break this open. I'm going to break this open this weekend. So those are like my book suggestions because I know it was asked, and I know some people gonna be like, bro, we don't care about none of that. Get to the fragrances. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. But my supporters, people who actually subscribe to the channel, not people who just watch, asked for this. So I'm gonna give it to them. Pause. So with that being said, I think we got everything in order. Let me do another intro of what we're doing today, and then we just going to get straight to it. We'll see how long this lasts. What I'm going to end up doing is showing you the presentation. I haven't gone through these fragrances. This is a blind smell. I don't really know much about them. I'm gonna find it. I just know the package came in, but I'll tell the story on that. Well, let me tell the story before I get into it so you all know. So a supporter of the channel, I'm not gonna say his or her name because I don't know if they want their name out, reached out to me via Instagram inbox and was like, hey, there's a house that I smelt. It's a really good house. I think you'll like it. I met with, I was talking to the distributor. We got to chopping it up. I brought your name up. They looked at your content. They like what you're doing. They want to send you some things over. They was like, hey, and if you want to, you can reach out to the brand, reach out to the people and say, I said, all right, cool. You can send it over. I have like zero expectations. There's been times when people say they're going to send stuff over and never do. So I take some of that stuff with a grain of salt. But I try not to meet with brands or owners of brands really before I smell the fragrances first, because I don't want to be swayed. Human nature. Not saying I would, but I don't. If I'm going to bang on them, I just want to be able to just bang on them without like oh man, he was really cool. I really don't want to do this. Now I'm respectfully not like something if I don't like it, but it's different when you don't have that relationship. I just think human nature, you kind of eliminate that. So I haven't talked to them. I haven't reached out to the brand. I got it out my P.O. box, and when the box came, they need to put more bubble wrap in that. I sent them a message on that. It was kind of rattling. So I was like, oh, what kind of cheap stuff is coming? When I was able to put what fell out of the box and put it together and looked at the presentation, I was so overly impressed, and I'm big on that. But anyway, we'll get to it. And that's how we're here today, is that's how those fragrances came to me. And no, I didn't pay for the fragrances. I have not smelt the fragrance. I haven't dove into the house. I did no research on the house. So I don't want to do any of that. What I plan on doing is exploring the fragrances. If I like them, I'll reach out to the company. I'll try to get the owner of the brand on, so then we can circle back after I've also worn these fragrances, and me and the owner can have a one-on-one on live. You can get to meet he or she or the team behind the brand and, get that personal connection. They can tell their stories, and then you can choose to support or not support. That's totally up to you. I don't get paid either way, but this is what I do, bring you new content that's not $20-something clones. It's enough of that going around. So I'm going to bring you something different. And we'll see what they smell like. I don't know what they're going to smell like. So with that being said, turn my phone off. On today's episode, this is episode number 69. On today's episode, I'm going to be giving my first impressions and unboxing on a new fragrance indie house that came out in 2024, I believe, and that's Thana Parfums. Thana Parfums. So a representative of the brand reached out to me and they sent me some things. So I'm going to show you what they sent, and we just going to get to it, and we'll talk about all the fragrances. We'll go down in order. I'll smell some, try to put them to the side, try to put them in some kind of order where I can get to the dry down or go back and smell them. My two favorite that I like, if I have two favorite, I don't know if I'm going to like any of these, but my big prerequisite was, are these clones? That's the first question I asked. They said no. Or Connect said, no, they're not. I said, cool, they can send them. So we're gonna see what the deal is. I did look on the internet, and I believe if you go to the house's website, I think it's in DAR or DHS. I believe that's like a Middle Eastern currency. But I think when I broke it down, for 100 ml, they're $310 for 100 ml. So $310 for 100 ml. But the presentation that I saw quickly when I had to put stuff back in the box that kind of came out was impeccable. And that's just on a discovery set. Top tier presentation. So anyway, so what came in the box is we're going to be talking about the Magic Eixer Collection. There's 7 fragrances from the Magic Eixer Collection. So you get this, the Magic Eixer Collection. You get the fragrances on the back. Now I'm hoping this isn't a PR box. I'm hoping that if you order this from the house, everybody gets this, because I think it's good to have. It's part of the whole presentation feel. But some of this could be presentation, the 2 booklets. But I'm hoping that you all get it if you choose to support and get a sample. Anyway, they have the 7 fragrances on the back. The name of the fragrances, Listen, I'm gonna butcher some of these names. Some of them are Middle Eastern names. Shabab. And again, I'm probably going to butcher them. When I bring the owner on, if you're Middle Eastern and you're like he's butchering them, listen, it's first impressions. I'll bring the owner on. I will be corrected. And if you're in the comments, know how to pronounce them, please correct me by all means. I'll try to look at the comments, and you can Iftitan is another one. Let me see. Youth. So the first one is youth. What is it? Youth potion. Youth Doshin, Enchantment. So once Enchantment, that's Iftitan. We got Ella, that's Hypnotic. We got Tiryaq, that's healing. We got Mutheer, that's love. I don't know if it's pronounced mother or Mutheer. That's love. Again, I'm not Middle Eastern. I don't have Arabic dialect, but I feel like it has that. Sarmadi, immortality, in Dhuaf, and that's death. So each one feels, and again, these are what the actual bottles look like. Go on the website. Then, and somebody said this is what they come in. If you order the Discovery set, you will receive the same presentation. So I appreciate that coming out. So everybody who orders a Discovery set, somebody put the price on the Discovery set, and it seems like one of my guys, Fragcom, sips 10 for 10% off your purchase. That's his code. I don't have that code, but you can use his code. I ain't really tripping off that. But anything that's going to save my viewers and my supporters 10% till I get my own code, by all means, use that code so you can get 10% off on the order. So, $310, that's $31 for 10%. So you get $31 off. So that's will be around $270 for 100 ml, give or take. Now, I don't know shipping, if you're paying tariffs and everything, if you're in the United States, what that's going to look like. So we'll see. So it comes in this booklet. Now, I briefly looked through the booklet. So you get the page. And again, this is part of the presentation. Listen, in 2025 and beyond, new fragrance houses, indie houses, and anybody else thinking about doing fragrances, presentation matters. This presentation is a 10 out of 10. Wait till you get to the bottles. 10 out of 10. So that already gets it up. Stock bottles, and I get it. If you're starting off, you're doing the best, but stock bottles just don't cut it in 20, especially when it costs over amount of money. It's just not going to cut it in 2026 and beyond. Try to work on that, invest in that if you could, or, that's just my, recommendation, take it or leave it. But it comes in this, it has their story. I'm not going to go through it because most of y'all want to get to the fragrances. So I will read up on this story of the house before I bring the owners on. So it looks like they have some oud. So olfactory profile oud. It's called Liquid Gold. So it has some oud in here, Middle Eastern craftsmanship. So they go into the whole thing. So the perfumers, that's what I want to hit on. So the perfumers that have worked on these fragrances. One, Christian Provenzano, one of my favorite perfumers. He is a master worksmith, but I also do know at times he does reconstruct his own work. He'll take his own work, twist it a little bit, but it's still kind of his own work. He did that, I believe, with Pearl Oud from Killian. He did that with Namir. He did that with another fragrance from Electimus. He tends to do that. I hope it's not done here. That would be highly disappointment, but that wouldn't be the perfumes house problem. That would be more of a perfumer's thing. But Christian Provenzano makes great fragrances. He is one of the perfumers here. Julian Rasquinet is another one. And look at this, man. This is top tier presentation right here. And Kevin, I want to say Mathis, is another one. And he worked on stuff like Kajal. He did like Kajal 3, Kajal 4. So he's worked on quite a few fragrances. I looked up some of his work on Fragrantica. It was pretty impressive. And then they talk about the collection, talk about each fragrance, a story behind each fragrance. We're not going to get into that. we'll get into that later on if I do individual reviews, things of that nature, but that's just going to take too long. And some of y'all want to be like, bro, it's been hours. Just tell me what it smells like. We have 77 people in here. I'm hoping we at least have 60 likes. 60. We got 77. I want to see 60. It's free to do. Somebody tell me how many likes we got, because I will pause and I will end the live if the likes aren't up. Y'all know how I get down. Let me get my scent strips while y'all figure that out for me. Somebody tell me. Somebody said free shipping. Free shipping. So that's in this $275 for a discovery set. You receive 20 ml decants of each fragrance. 20 mLs. All right. 53. All right, that's cool. Keep hitting that like button. I'm not gonna bury y'all to death. So here's what the box looks like. The box looks like, and let me make sure I open it right so things don't fall out. Okay. It opens down here, and this is what you get. 20 mLs of the whole house. And this is like something you put the fragrance in, and I will demonstrate that because I was just looking at it. But this is gorgeous. Let's take a look at this again. I make sure my lighting is up. But you open up the box, you get the emblem, you get 20 mLs. 20 mLs. For the most part, y'all might not need full bottles. 20 mLs to wear the whole house. This is going to go a long way. A long way. Like, that's insanity to me. 20 mLs? Like, I can get somewhere in this. 20 mLs is impeccable. So I believe this is going to be your hard travel case. Now, look at this. Solid. This is a screw top, I believe. The screw top comes off because it was kind of shaking around in the box when I picked it up. And I believe this part right here comes off. So you're going to take, let me just get one of the fragrances. The first fragrance we'll try is going to be Iftitan. So you'll get it like this with the name on it. And then, of course, the top comes off. You're going to want to take that off. You're going to firmly put it in there. This is all screw top. You're going to screw like metal, bro. Metal. You screw the top on. So now you have the fragrance atomizer. Now we'll see what happens with the spray, how many gets on the lip of that. I hope it doesn't. That would suck. But this is solid. Like, I can drop this. It's not going to break. This is secure. And then you have this top, which then screws on top of it. And this is, your travel. I think, and let me get more into this, bro. Let me just get this top semi on. All right, got to push it down a little bit. Okay, and then up top, I don't know but you have an engraving that has an engraving of the house. So like everything on this, you have it on the bottle. Like, this is top tier presentation. For $275 for the entire house in 20 mL, 10 out of 10 presentation. Very few houses impress me with presentation. This is an impressive presentation. Impressive. So let's just go ahead and get to the fragrance. Since they already have the notes on the cards here, there's no point in me just trying to blind smell it like it's literally here. What I'll do is I'll spray it on paper. Again, the two I like the most, I'm going to put on skin, but we'll get to it. And yeah, we'll get to it. So Iftitan is Enchantment. It goes for Enchantment. Top notes: apple, smoky accords, cinnamon at the top. In the middle, you have tobacco, moss, clary sage, and in the base you have vanilla bean and what is this? Anise seed oil. Anise seed oil. So, matter of fact, that stuff's small. I'm gonna look at it out the book where it's a little bit. Give me a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. And again, for those of you all who don't like all this fluff, well, I'm gonna chop this video. I'm gonna chop it down, and you'll be able to it'll be chopped down to like a 20-minute video or whatever the case is. And then you can go back and watch the video if you don't want to deal with the talking, me flipping through pages to try to find the notes, like all that'll be edited out. So you can come back and watch it. So again, just so these are bigger, you have in the top, you have an apple accord, you have a smoky accord, you have cinnamon. In the heart, you have tobacco, moss, clary sage. In the base, you have vanilla and anise seed. This is Iftitan, Iftitan. Somebody put that in the chat. Put that in the chat with fire so anybody who's watching this know what fragrance we're talking about. It's up to you all to follow along. All right. Let's see what kind of nice. Ooh. Good God. Hold on. So Christian did this. Christian Provenzano did this. So what I'm getting here off rip. Okay. Sexy, smooth, smoky. But what I'm kind of getting here a little bit is that angel share kind of thing. This falls along the line of angel share. Now, this is coming off extremely powerful. Like it's loud, like the space is kind of taking over. So performance isn't going to be an issue here. Performance isn't going to be an issue here. Christian Provenzano did this. Yeah, I'm getting like angel share. If I'm being honest, I'm getting angel shares. But it's brighter. It's brighter. The apple is crisp. The apple, God damn. So a couple things that impressed me. Super realistic smell. Super realistic smell. It doesn't smell synthetic. So it smells like good notes. This smells like something like Boudicca could have put out, which I'm not surprised. But I can smell. Okay. I'm going to put it on scale. Here's what I will say, because people going to think I'm glazing it, but this is what I'll say. This is what I'll say about this. If you have angel share, it will be redundant to buy this. It's going to be redundant. With that said, there's a lot of fragrances that have came out, even from Boudicca. If you look at fragrances like Defender, which some would say going to that angel share kind of thing. I don't see it as much, but I get why people would say that. You look at Amethyst. You look at Ombre Narguilé. You look at Angel Share. You even look at fragrances like Smoking Hot. A lot of them have this apple pie, even Wajan, this apple pie type of, this apple cinnamon thing, but none of them are hitting like this apple cinnamon. Most of the time when you smell that, we're just smelling the cinnamon note. With here, you're actually getting a beautiful apple accord. Stunning apple accord. Crisp. You can smell the juiciness in the meat of the apple. Think of a Honey Crisp apple. The sweetness of a Honey Crisp apple. That's what I'm getting. You can smell the flesh of the apple, which is the skin, the meat. Oh, bro, listen, it's redundant. It is redundant. And paying $275 for redundancy doesn't make much sense. And I'm just going to be honest. If I'm weighing out cost and everything else, paying $275 for redundancy doesn't make much sense. This might be one of the best apple cinnamon fragrances I have personally smelt. Just because it smells like a honey crisp apple, fresh cinnamon, smoke is very sensual. It's not like dense. It's very ethereal smoke, sexy. Vanilla is smooth. Like, it's like when you're preparing the apple pie. You haven't cooked it yet, but you're preparing it. Oh, bro. This could be, I'm gonna kind of breeze through this book, but I almost want to say the smoke is almost adding like this shisha kind of thing, like smoking hot. But the problem with that is it's not shisha. I can legitimately smell crisp, honey, crisp, sweet, organic apple. Yeah, that's one of the. That's going to go to the side because that might have to go on skin. That is. Where did I do the top? I think I put the top back in the thing. That's good. Damn. Again, redundant. But if I'm sitting around and I don't have any of these fragrances, you're a new person into the fragrance space. You've heard apple pie fragrances. You've heard all of this. And you have all these fragrances on the table. You have Angel Share, Smoking Hot, Wajon, Ombre Narguilé, and everything else under the sun. The only other fragrance, I think Gallagher had a fragrance I needed to smell that I haven't put my nose on. I heard that's really good. So again, I don't own that and I haven't really experienced it. I've heard good things about that pretty much. I think it was Gallagher fragrance who had an apple fragrance, like an apple pie kind of thing. If I took all these fragrances and set them on the table and said, smell them all, grab your favorite. I haven't bought any of them. I would probably easily grab this one first. But it's redundant. But $275 for 100 ml is purely redundant. It really is redundant. It's hard to justify spending that when you have these other fragrances. But this here, I haven't smelt a apple. I don't think I've smelt a apple note / accord in any fragrance I've ever smelt. Even apple brandy from Killian wasn't this crisp and fresh. The apple accord with this fresh, warm cinnamon and this ethereal smoke steals the show on this. Damn. Where would I wear that? That's autumn. And it's not too dense. Let me smell this again. Bro, I got to put this on. I wouldn't wear this maybe summer nights, but I'm kind of an autumn, winter, transitional winter into spring, transitional time. I would wear this and then put it up for the summer kind of thing, put it up for the summer in middle of spring kind of thing. Yeah. I would wear this date night out, scarf, daytime, going into work. It is a gourmand. Christian Provenzano. He might reduce some work and put his own spin in that. If $275 for this 100 ml, if this was in a Boudicca bottle, it would have been like $600, $675, maybe $425, $450 on discounters. This is $275 for the same quality. That's in very good presentation. Damn. Okay, moving on. That's Iftitan. Iftitan. God dang. Again, redundant. You don't need it if you have angel share, so I don't want to slice it. But I will say, out of all the angel share kind of apple pie things, to me, this has, just because I've, in my years of fragrances, and if y'all have, I'll go back and look at this video and I read comments. If y'all have a fragrance that has a really good honey crisp, sweet, realistic apple note or chord in a fragrance, please tell me the name of that fragrance. I have not smelt an apple accord better than that one. I haven't. Not yet. Not yet in the game. I smell some good apple accords. Like I love what Apple Brandy from Killian and a few other fragrances that have this apple-esque feel, but I haven't smelt one better than that yet. That steals the show. That steals the show. That is sexy. Unisex, date night, comforting scent, going out, wintertime, Chicago, DC, New York, scarfed up, long jacket, black jeans, brown outfit, turtlenecks, gold chains. Even if you younger and you got the black jeans with the knees out, like whatever you into. This is hippie. This is compliment getting. That is insane. That is insane. But again, redundant. It's not brand new. It's just an incredible take on a DNA that I've smelt before, but it might be the best of the takes of it for me. Yeah. Moving on. So the next one, and that's right now, that's might be put on skin. I'm only putting two. My two favorites on skin. The next one is Shabab. 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 And where did I put that other book at? Only because it kind of tells what it is. So let me find it on here. Shabab, that's for youth. So that's going to be for youth. So let me find it in this book. And I will, again, so when you don't put it in that container, it comes like this, 20 ml. This is like 20 ml could, unless I just wear the hell out of it. And these also smell like they're going to perform. But again, I don't speak on performance in first impressions. I didn't wear it on skin. I can't tell you what the performance is. When I circle back, keep watching the content, subscribe. I might circle back to these fragrances. I might do full reviews of the whole house, or I might do a members only individual review of each fragrance. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but yeah, that's good. That's good. Damn, that's sexy. All right, Shabab. So the top notes in this, the olfactive notes: Turkish rose, orange blossom, cassis. In the heart, you're gonna have damask rose, atlas wood, sandalwood. In the base, you're gonna have patchouli, musk, and gray amber. Patchouli, musk, and gray amber. And the perfumer on this is Kevin Mathis. Kevin, I believe that's how you say his name, Mathis. Or yeah, I'm gonna say Mathis for now until I'm corrected. If somebody knows how, if I'm saying it wrong, put it in the comments. I'll try to read it. But we'll see what that is. And again, this is Shabab, Shabab. Good sprayers. Very feminine, but beautiful at the same time. Extremely feminine. So when I'm thinking about this, I'm getting a very citric rose, tart, citrus, fresh, watery. So I'm getting this almost rose water, citric rose water, some musk. And I don't know if the gray amber or what notes or a combination of accords is making it this It's almost like Lily of the Valley is in here. It's a very floral but watery, where something is aquatic but not really aquatic. Really, it's extremely floral, sexy. This is could a man wear it? A man could do what he want to do. This is a bad woman. This is a sexy woman. She is a sorceress. She is a sorceress. She will entangle men. She is a man eater. Damn, bro. That is, again, this the kind of fragrance, though, as a man. Again, you gotta have balls, gonads, chutzpah. You gotta be able to really be comfortable in your skin to pull this off. But I'm telling you, let's say you was at Sin Explorer and you was meeting up with some female content creators and you had this on, you would be the talk. They would hoard you. They would bombard you. You would be the talk of the crew. They'd be like, bro, come here. They'd be like, hey, girl, come here. Come smell him. Smell him. Don't he smell good? I want that. What is that? They would do that all night because they want to wear this badly. This is a beautiful, seductress woman. This is feminine to me, extremely feminine to me. Don't mean I can't pull it off. Don't mean you can't pull it off, but it's feminine. This is much, I would rather, if I'm wearing Ifran because I'm apple pie, but I'm a little gourmandy and I'm going on a date with a lady, I kind of want her to wear this. This is so sexy that I feel like putting it on me is a waste. It's a waste. Damn. It's a little, it's like dewy roses, but there's this jamminess that's happening here. I don't know if that's the orange blossom. So I almost want to say it's the orange blossom, and here's why. If anybody's familiar with Killian's Love Don't Be Shy, the orange blossom is really what makes that fragrance what it is. Of course, you got the marshmallow accord and things of that nature. The orange blossom with the rose, with the ambergris, the gray amber, adding this watery, dewy, citrus, sweet, almost like mandarin orange flesh with tart citruses. Damn. This is for a chick though. This is yeah, and I mean, I'm using the word chick. This is bad B energy. This is bad B energy. Yeah, this is too sexy for my skin. I ain't that sexy. I'm like ugly handsome. You know what I'm saying? I'm like ugly, but I'm handsome. You know what I mean? A strong 5, strong 4.5, but I'm tall, so you know what I mean, a little big, so you know what I mean, bump to me, but about 6.5. You know what I mean? I'm ugly handsome. I still get women. I still get your girl, your moms, but you gotta be that's bad. But if you one of them really, really handsome baby face men, they're gonna think you a little milk and cookies. Him downstairs. They might think you him downstairs. I must have milk and cookies. That's beautiful though. I like that. That's gorgeous. I just think it's too pretty for me. But that's Shabab. That's for a woman. That's way too pretty for me. I don't look that good to wear that. I mean, I can pull off some stuff. I'm on Love Don't Be Shy, but yeah, thank God I got facial hair and stuff of that nature. You a man who can't grow facial hair, and you got one of them little, you want to be eclectic and cut your mustache off but have a little goatee, use him downstairs. So wear with caution. Moving on. Enough with the jokes. Moving on. Hopefully everybody's liking the content. 170 people in here. 107 people in here. Hopefully I have at least let me get at least 85. Somebody do the checks and see if I can get 85. See if I get 85 in here. 85 likes. Somebody just give me a like. So I'm gonna take a pause for the calls. Have me some water. And see if I have 85 likes. Oh, 104 and 110. Amazing. Bro, amazing. Hold on, man. I'm going to give y'all a round of applause. Salute to the real ones. Salute to the real ones. I like that. Let's moving on. I'm hoping y'all like the content. So the next one we're going to talk about is I can't pronunciate this. This is all, it says made in the UAE. Eiha. I'm going to try to butcher it, but it's Eiha maybe, but it stands for Hypnotic. Now let me find it in the book and we'll go over the notes. I'm hoping they have a nice, I ain't gonna say funky oud, but I'm hoping they're gonna give me some Cambodia somewhere down the line. They gonna hit me with some density, because that last one was mad, like beautiful. All right, so what we got here, I found it. So in the top notes, you're gonna have pineapple, raspberry, bay roses in the top notes. In the heart, you're gonna have clary sage, peppermint, and freesia. The peppermint thing might see what that's about. In the base, you got leather, oud, oak moss, and vetiver from Haiti, Haitian vetiver. So let me just assume. So when I see the leather, the oud, the oak moss, and then you see pineapple, we could be leaning on an Aventus-esque or a twist on that. We're gonna see though. It got some rose in here. We could be going down that pipe, but it has raspberry. So is it like Aventus with a little bit of raspberry? I don't know. I don't want to give preconceived notions, but that's kind of my first thought. This seems like a masculine signature because it has a really heavy base. It didn't say no vanilla, no amber in the base. This is straight leather, oud, with peppermint. The peppermint and freesia is also giving me reason to pause. And the fragrances are like in the air. These seem like they're going to perform pretty well. Oh no, hold on. Well, ooh. Damn. Ooh. So a couple things that caught me right off bat when I smelt it. I got hit with a nice earthy oud. I got hit with oud, oak moss, and juicy pineapple. Now. For a second, I want to say Hasavat, right? For a second, because I'm getting hit with this. It's like I'm getting this leather accord that's like morning chest kind of thing. Van Helm Perfume's morning chest. I'm kind of getting hit with this like leather accord kind of thing. The oud, the base really showed his head. And a nice ripe pineapple. And Julian Raskinay did this. Just repeat that again. A pineapple that's juicy, it's very Hasavat style of pineapple. Very ripe, juicy, sweet. But what has this doing something different is this peppermint thing in the middle. And with peppermint, it's not peppermint like peppermint patty, peppermint candy. It's more like crushed mint. So it's a very fruity, watery almost experience. And the mint is almost like this like pineapple mojito kind of thing. This is one of those signature scents. Now, again, it doesn't smell like a Ventus at all, right? But Hasselhoff doesn't smell like a Ventus to me either. But we would still put them in the same category, like a cheaper kind of thing. I think this fits in that category, but it's so different. But it fits in that category. So signature scent signature scent kind of fragrance, any season, any weather. It just works. It's fresh. It's bright. Pineapple fruits, citruses, which might be coming from the rose. It's floral. And I think it's that rose freesia combination is floral. There's this almost aquatic, like watery thing with it. That's all right. That's how I can describe. You know how Louis Vuitton, like even Afternoon Swim, doesn't really have an aquatic note, but it's like really watery. It's like really watery. You smell it. It's like all oranges, but it's this watery concoction of juices that makes it smell like a drink. That's what I'm kind of getting out of here. Like the way Louis Vuitton is constructed. Yeah, it fits in that, but it fits in that category without smelling like a Ventus or Hasselhoff. But it's in the Aventus or Hasselhoff category. So do you need this? I don't know. Depends on how much you like the DNA. I like this, but I like that DNA. Do I need it? I don't know. I like this though. I like this a lot. I'll have to wear it, but this is just gonna get you compliments. Work, grab and go. I'm gonna tell you this. I like it more than I like Raja's Elysium Noir. So if I had the choice, I would probably just go with this DNA. I almost want to put this on skin. The rose, it's not as pineapple and rose as Lamar. Lamar goes pineapple rose. It's kind of juicy like Lamar though, the pineapple. The more I smell it, it's kind of juicy like Lamar, but the base in this is totally different. It's no vanillic base. This is all based on woods. And the oud, when I first smelled it, I was like, oh, that's earthy. You got the oak moss and stuff, but the vetiver, the oak moss, the oud is just dry, woody. It masculinized the fragrance, which is wrapped in this like leather cord, almost making it like a modern sheeper, like a Middle Eastern modern. I like it. I like it. I'm not blown away because I feel like I smelt this kind of DNA. It's like it fits in a category, but I like this. I like this. But again, I don't want people to get this and be like, oh, it's just kind of like in the Hasselhoff Aventus. I'm letting you know. It fits in that category. But this is not a one for one on Aventus. Not at all a one for one with Aventus. It's not a one for one with Hasselhoff. It's not. It's not a one-on-one with Van Helm Perfumery Morning Chest. It's like it goes, it's not a one for one with Lamar either. But they kind of like these pineapple, chypre, kind of floral, watery things. It fits in that category. If you like that category, if you like a signature scent, like this is I don't even want to call it really a blue fragrance, although the bottle's in blue. I like it. Yeah, man. Not bad. I like that. That could go on skin. We'll see what else. I kind of hoping I come across some oud, and I kind of want to put one of those on skin. I don't want to waste one of the choices on skin with things I've smelt. So I probably won't put the apple, even though the apple one, I just want to put on skin, which I believe that's Ifran. I almost want to put that on skin just because I want to see what that honey crisp apple accord is going to do on skin. I just kind of want to see. But y'all know me. It is cold. It is December. December, November are oud season for me. So I kind of just want to see if they got some like oudie ouds. I wouldn't be surprised if Christian Provenzano did that. So we're going to move on. Moving on. I like that. I haven't smelt one I didn't like, but with that said, two of them are like familiar DNAs without being cloned. Familiar DNAs, like the way they're constructed. And one is just too beautiful for my ugly looking self. So that's where we are on that. But overall, I like what I'm smelling. Good quality. I'm not going to say they natural. They have a natural smelling essence to them. Natural smelling essence. So the next fragrance we're going to discuss is I'm just pulling stuff out of the box. I'm hoping, I almost want to get to the ouds last, but I'm just going to go with it because it could like ruin my whole olfactive experience if I go straight to the dark ones. Actually, let me see, because I do need to say those last because it's going to ruin my experience. Give me a second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I kind of want to get into like this one that's for death. I mean, it's called Death Dhuaf. That's going to have to go last. I'm just going to put that last just because I got a feeling that's going to be heavy in the ouds. Tiryaq, which one? Where is that at? So that's healing. I think I'm going to do that one next. But I just want to make sure. Mother Love, you know what? I'm going to do the mother one next. I'm going to do because I got a feeling these other ones, I got a feeling that might be another feminine one. And then after that, we're going to do Sarmadi. Sarmadi probably going to stink. Like when I say stink, like it's probably going to be like mad earthy ouds. Like it just sounds like it's going to be like Indian oud, patchouli, and a whole bunch of leather and some rose and taif, and it just sounds like it's going to go in that realm. So we're going to do Mother, which I believe that's just going to have, and that means love. So I'm assuming that this might go into a feminine kind of nature, but let me not assume. That's what we have the stuff for. Let me just look it up. All right, Mother. So Kevin did this one again, which I believe the pronunciation is Kevin Mathis, which is Mathys. I believe that's how he's going to say it, but I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize to the perfumer. But this is considered a woody floral fragrance. The top notes are going to be Turkish rose, cinnamon. I like that. Turkish rose, cinnamon. Heart notes, patchouli, incense, and olibanum. So patchouli, incense, and olibanum. So I'm thinking maybe some myrrh and frankincense. So we might get a smoky rose with some patchouli. Rose and patchouli in Middle Easterns goes really hand in hand. I'm liking that. I like that combination in general. The base is going to be agar wood, so it's going to be oud, vanilla, and amber. So this is using a few. Might be oudie. This might be sexy rose oud fragrance. Turkish rose tends to be very fresh, bright. No, that's Bulgarian. Turkish rose tends to be fresh, citric, bright. Then they're going to throw some warm cinnamon on top of this. But then everything below that from the heart to the base is giving me patchouli, smoke, incense, churchy, agar wood, vanilla, amber. So this probably should have been one of the ones that's last. But anyway, and this is Mutheer, or which I believe is going to stand for mother, which goes for love, and that's Mutheer. I mean, I like the way they smell for $275, and again, all of these, I'm not going to run through. I can wear all of these for days. I probably won't empty all of these throughout the whole winter season. And then after wearing them 10, 7, 8 times, I'll know what I need a full bottle of and what I don't. Let me smell my shirt. Oh, yeah, that's going to be rose oud. Good God. Oh yeah, that's gonna be rose oud. Like for a second here, I got a little bit of like for a second, I feel like I got a little bit of like Dasmin, like some stuff I got from Boudicca kind of thing. Like a little bit of I smell like I'm getting almost a little bit just in the air, like a little bit of Electimus Octavian kind of thing, where you get this incense, rose, patchouli, and that's exactly where we are. That's exactly where we are with that. Not exactly. It's not as dense. And when I go into my rose, incense, patchouli, I kind of like it a little bit, like a little bit denser. But I'm kind of getting that. I'm kind of getting that a little bit. Yeah. This is a DNA. If you're into Middle Eastern fragrances, if you own a lot of Boudicca fragrances, fragrances like Dasmin, a little bit, fragrances like yeah, man. It's very familiar to me. As somebody who likes a really good quality rose oud fragrance, it's very familiar. This isn't like nothing I haven't smelled before, but it's good. It's good. It doesn't go into. So what I'm getting is I'm getting this spicy. So up top, I'm getting this fresh, like almost like this tart citrus, almost like a little, maybe like this combination. I don't want to say pomelo per se. Almost like a combination of lemon or a combination of lime and orange. I'm getting these like tart citruses, tart citrus, rose petals, churchy incense, followed by earthy, woody, resinous base. Extremely magnetic, but I also think rose oud fragrances are magnetic anyway. Extremely rich, and I think that it's like you have this good juxtaposition, this good contrast from like the warmth of cinnamon with this. I don't want to say voluptuous because it's not overtaking the fragrance, but this beautiful blooming kind of rose. So it's playing with like fire and desire. You know what I mean? Like Rick James. Love them and leave them. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing. But again, I kind of smoked this before, but this is one when it comes to oud, like it needs to go on skin. But if you got a ton of rose oud fragrances, you'll probably skip this one. You'll probably skip this one. And to be totally honest, depending on where you are in your fragrances, like if you have like enough pineapple kind of fragrances, because most of my subscribers are men, I'll say everything, nothing I smelt is stink. But when you breaking down like what you need in your fragrance wardrobe and what you don't need, the apple one, although albeit the best apple fragrances I've smelt so far, I would probably get that just off the strength of the apple, but I need to wear that a couple times and see what longevity and everything does with that. But if anything, like I would get that just cause it's the best, and I don't have too many of that DNA where I feel like I'm overdoing it. Although I do have angel share, I feel like I'm not overdoing it just of yet. But that could be, depending on how you building your fragrance wardrobe, that can not be needed. The other one that has that pineapple, rose, leather, oud, kind of going in the Hassavat thing, I think It's different from Hasselblad. I'm not going to say it's better because I love Hasselblad. I love the earthiness of it, but it goes into that family realm of a modern day sheeper, almost like blue modern day sheeper. You might be able to skip that financially. That's totally up to you. I'm not going to tell you what you do with your money, but you could skip that. And the other one is just so beautiful, you would get that for your wife. So when you come across this one, depending on how many rose ouds you have, like if you own every Boadicea oud fragrance, or at least close to every one that they've ever created, I don't know if you necessarily need this, which I kind of do, own almost everyone. So it's not new, but it's beautiful nonetheless. I like it. I like it. It just doesn't blow me away because I'm like a rose oud junkie and like quality rose oud junkies. And it's like, I just smelt things like that before. So, but it's quality. It's quality. Again, just not something that I would be like, oh, it's a must kind of thing. And that's just me being honest, but I like it. I'll wear it. That's a good one. I can wear that. That invokes emotion. It evokes feelings. But with me owning so many rose ouds, it's kind of like that just doesn't, at least in my wardrobe, as far as like if I was spending my hard ducats for it, I can probably be cool on that. The 20 ml I can probably be cool with, but I would love that. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to wear these and put them on skin and see how the on skin wearing experience is. So, and that was Mutheer or Mother, and that went for love. It definitely like invoked feelings of love, eroticism, fire, and desire. But that's how I feel about a lot of like rose oud fragrances. That's why I said rose oud is like king, and y'all be sleeping on it. We're gonna do the next one. We're gonna do is Tiryao, or is that Q? Yeah, YAQ. So Tiryaq. Sorry, I don't have Middle Eastern dialect. I don't know how to roll my R's or T's or whatever, but I'm sure if somebody from the Middle East, I'm sure when I bring this person on, I will ask if the perfumer comes on and talk about their creation, or the house talk about their creation, their inspiration behind each fragrance. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not just going to say the name of the fragrance. I'm going to ask them, how do you pronunciate the word? Because I want to say the word right. But we're gonna do that one. So that one is, let me see, that's for healing. It comes in a green bottle, and let me find it in the booklet so I can read off the notes. Find it in the booklet. Overall notes, they use quality perfumers to do their fragrances. Quality scent smells, definitely quality. Kevin did this one too. Kevin is the perfumer. They said olfactive family, earthy, smoky, woody. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Top notes. I think I want to smell this last. I feel like this can ruin my olfactive experience. As far as like blow my nose out. Pause. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. I got a feeling this is going to be mad, earthy, and different. So the top notes is a cannabis accord, lime, tamut pepper, Sarmadi, orange blossom, vetiver, smoky accord in the heart. In the base, you have tobacco leaves, vanilla, gagwood, and suede. This could now, I have one of my favorite marijuana fragrances, which is extremely wearable. I just hope, one, that it's wearable. Two, has an authentic smell, like a pound of some of the best Kush. I'm curious about this one. If this smells very authentic, this could be bottle worthy just off the strength of being different. But let's get to it. Might go on skin. So, ooh. All right. Green, herbaceous, bubble gum, and not like this, not like this, like when people say bubble gum sweetness, not that kind of like designer Invictus thing. I mean, almost like this sweet bubble gum. You know how like Big League Chew had this like powdery, so you almost like could smell the resinous. And if you were young and you had some Big League Chew and you kind of like opened it up, and it's this like powder on top of the bubble gum kind of thing with it. Ooh. So it's fresh, herbaceous. You can smell the resins. Not too smoky. Oh, there is nothing in my collection that smells like this. Actually, I don't have anything. I've never smelled nothing like this. It's I almost like want to just put this on skin now. So let's start off with a couple things as I process my thoughts, because I like this. I like this. But I'm also glad I have a 20 ml, because this is 20 ml. I mean, this is like over 20 something wearings to make a true decision if you really want 100 ml, like for the average person. But I like this. So let's process. One is green, it's herbaceous, it's fresh. Spring. Okay. I always consider spring is the beginning of the year, because things die in the winter and they are born in spring. So spring really should be the first of the year, but we're not going to harp on that. I want to wear this around people. Yo, I don't like this. Because it's fresh, it's herbaceous without smelling like unwearable, if that makes sense. It's not unwearable. The vanilla is adding a ton of sweetness. Like it is, the vanilla stops it from going like straight herbs. And it's almost like this vanilla. It's like somebody cracked open a really good vanilla cigar, a really good vanilla cigar, like Nicaraguan wrapper, infused in vanilla, cracked it open, put some bud inside of it with high resins, and smoked it that way. I mean, but this is before you don't light it. This is just what it smells like before you light it. Like you have it in a mason jar and then you crack the mason jar open and you like, oh my God, this is this is going to hit. I like this. I'm putting this on skin. It's that intriguing to me. It's just intriguing to me that it's worth going on skin. It's worth going on skin. It's just intriguing to me because I've never smelled nothing like that. So it deserves to go on skin. Tons of depth. This has depth, body, uniqueness, wearability, complexity. That lime, but I'm a lime lover. That lime is bright, fresh over top this like this green herbaceous thing going on. But then what I know what it is. It's like I'm getting a whole bunch of different, almost like different fragrances. It's like I'm getting this fresh citric lime. I love lime. So it's like getting this bright lime with green herbs. But in the base, you can smell this tobacco vanilla fragrance that we smell, like this tobacco vanilla thing that if you've been in a fragrance game, you smelled a tobacco vanilla fragrance. So you wrap that up in the tobacco and vanilla, but then you add this comforting warmth of suede. Hey, bro. This is the best thing I smelled in a minute. Yeah. Tiryaq. Tiryao. Extremely wearable. And that's because when you think it's going to go and be too herbal, it brings you back with tons of tobacco vanilla, like a cigar. It brings you back to every time you say, oh, it's going marijuana, it reels you back into tobacco vanilla fragrance with suede. The base is the vetiver. I think the vetiver helps support the herbaceous. Okay, there go a little bit of smoke. There's a little bit of it. Oh, I like this. This is bro, $275. This might be underpriced, but damn. This might have not Mary Jane. Damn. All right. I'm gonna move on. That's my favorite so far. Just because I've never come across a fragrance that smells like this, but it's so intoxicating and captivating that I just want to continue to smell my hand. It's that, like, I just want to keep doing this. That might be my scent of the day tomorrow. And I don't know if I should wear that to work. I might put like a little bit on my wrist. Like, I don't want to go balls to the wall. Like, I might wait for the week. That is good, bro. That is good. Like, cigar lounge. Okay, where would I wear this? I wear this out and about, cold weather, weekend. I don't know if it's work safe yet. I just don't know. The herbaceous vetiver aspect could tickle. It's like a minty almost thing that could tickle with the citruses that could tickle somebody's noses and like trigger. Not in a bad way, but it's like a spice here. But every time it goes and you be like, damn, this is going buddy. Like when I say buddy, like hash, it wheels you back in with tobacco vanilla in warm suede. This is stunning. 9.5 out of 10. And the way my hand is right here and it's radiating in some of the most sexiest. Oh my God. I think I need a bottle of this. I need a bottle, like I kind of want a bottle of all of them, if I'm just gonna be frank with you. But you see, I have 2 more fragrances left, and I had to throw this on skin. It's that good to me. And it's unique. Yeah, man. Stunning. Moving on. We're going to move on. We're going to move on. That is, what is that for? Healing? That stands for healing. Okay, we got 2 more left. Hour and 30 minutes, 2 more left. All right, let me move on. All right, which one should I go? I'm gonna let y'all choose. I don't know which one. That kid God. Which one should I go? Should I go Sermati or should I go Dhuaf? Which one should I go next? Somebody let me know which one I should go left. Sarmadi or Dhuaf. If bro, I'm smelling it in. Yeah, it's like a 9 out of 5, 9 out of 10 for me, bro. That's good. I almost want this to be my scent of the day tomorrow, but I got things to do. That's going to be my scent of the weekend. I'm wearing that Saturday and Sunday. And I know exactly what bar. I'm probably going to Hyatt Social because I can have a cigar at Hyatt Social. That's out Arlington. I'm probably going to Hyatt Social to watch some football and have some brunch. Probably Sunday. I think I'm gonna wear that. I'm gonna wear that out around some people. How many sprays? 7. I think I might just start with 7. I'm gonna start with 6 on Saturday. Just see how it do. Saturday. Just see how it do. I might go to a steakhouse down in Annapolis on Saturday. Or go to Cooper's Hawk or something. On Saturday. I'm going to a restaurant on Saturday. And on Sunday, I'm going to watch some football outside and not my house. And have a cigar. And have a couple of old fashions. And I'm wearing this. Damn. All right. Well, it's all right. All right. Last comment I saw was Dhuaf. So we're going to do Dhuaf next. Damn. Impressed. And I'm always be impressed when I smell nothing I've never smelled before. It's just some of the other fragrances have familiarities with me. So I'm only, even though good, even though that one I say is like is for like the most attractive woman ever is not familiar, but like it's just, I'm not beautiful enough for that fragrance. Okay, so we're gonna go with Dhuaf. So or Dolph. That's young Dolph. It's like no, it's Dhuaf. Rest in peace to Dolph Flipper. We gonna go with that one. Ooh. Let me look at the notes. I'm smelling tons of cinnamon here. Cinnamon, chocolate. Hold on. It's coffee? Is that coffee? It's like gourmand. Oh, let me look at the notes, bro. Let me find the notes. I'm getting coffee, cinnamon. So what we got here is hazelnut, cardamom, coffee. Yo, it's just vetiver, olibanum, pimento. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do top notes. Top notes are cardamom, hazelnut, coffee bean. Heart notes is jasmine, pimento, vetiver, olibanum, which is basically frankincense. The base notes is amber, sandalwood, and black chocolate. Off the rip, soon as I sprayed it, I got black chocolate. I got cardamom. I feel like I got some cinnamon in here. which, you know, the cinnamon could be a combination of the olibanum and the pimento, could be like, could just be an accord that's coming out of here with maybe with the cardamom, the hazelnut, just creating this accord. And I got dark chocolate. I want to say patchouli, and the patchouli could be part of the dark chocolate accord. They could have used patchouli to make it, but it is like fresh dark chocolate, coffee beans, without smelling like Black Phantom. Damn. That's nice. It has like, so it's Turkish coffee. It's Turkish coffee. You got that cardamom coffee thing, that Turkish coffee thing, Middle Eastern coffee. So you're like at a spice market, Middle Eastern spice market. What is it? Shuk is the Middle Eastern spice market, I believe. I might be wrong. Yeah, you got that smell of like roasted cardamom coffee, dark chocolates, candies, some woods. I'm not getting jasmine. I'm getting no florals. I want to almost put this on skin, but I really, really selfishly want to wear the apple pie. Damn, that's good. Let me put this on the other hand. Because, you know, part of me is like, shoot, I almost want to take this dark chocolate and like layer it with the marijuana one and see if I can get this chocolate marijuana thing cooking up. You know, they smell good. That's nice. Unique, nice. Kevin did this one too. It's extremely rich. Rich, almost extravagant kind of thing, but in a bold way. Like, there's something I'm picking up. Hold on. There's something I'm picking. Maybe it's the olibanum. Like the olibanums from Ethiopia or something. There's an airiness to it, like this lemony. There's this freshness to it. I like that. Damn. See, the uniqueness of this makes this makes this one a buy too. That's nice. I just don't know if I want to put it on skin yet. Because selfishly, I still just want to put the apple pie on, although like I just kind of want to put that on. It's like a good dusting of dark chocolate, amber, spice market, coffee, cardamom. I swear cinnamon is in here. You cannot tell me that cinnamon's not in here. I don't care what nobody say. I smell dark chocolate with a sprinkle of warm cinnamon. I smell it. I don't care if it's not in here or not. It could be part of an accord somewhere. I don't know, but I'm getting it. Damn, that's good. 8.5 out of 10. Date night, like most gourmands, nighttime, date night, bar, hanging out, chilling. This is a good cigar lounge. It has a little bit of body to it. Makes it great for a cigar, some whiskey, some bourbon, chocolate, cool weather. The breeze picking this up. I like that. Is bottle worthy. God, I like that. I like that. Because uniqueness. Again, unique. I haven't smelled anything like it. I might put that on skin. I think what I'm gonna wear tomorrow is the Aventus-esque one, just because I want to just kind of really eliminate that it's not like, because it's very unique, but I almost want to put that on skin and make sure that's like, just be on the safe side and make sure that's like not Lamar kind of thing redone a little bit, but I like it. I don't dislike it, but it's very familiar. The apple pie one though is, yeah. So Dhuaf, Yeah, that's good. That's good. So we're gonna get to this last one, and I'm gonna figure out which one I'm gonna put on skin. Unfortunately, putting on skin is irrelevant because we're about to end the live. So putting on skin now, choosing what we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna answer some questions. So the last one is Sarmadi. Sarmadi. So let me put this box since that's the last one. Sarmadi. Let me find. And then I'm gonna give you my overall thoughts on the house, and then we'll go from there. I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed by the way, the quality of it. You're not gonna have a quality issue with me. All these fragrances could have easily been in Boadicea bottles, and it would have cost you every bit of 500 plus. And every Boadicea fanboy would have paid for it, and they would have ate it up. It just would have. They could have easily been in some of those. They could. It don't give me Raja. It gives me more Boadicea to me. I wouldn't say Fragrance du Bois because it's not really. Fragrance du Bois is too light for me of a fragrance house, and this has body. Each one of these fragrances have some body to it a little bit. I ain't gonna say depth. It's denser. It's a denser fragrance composition. Bro, that marijuana, bro. What I give it, a 9.5 out of 10? After this weekend's wearing of Saturday and Sunday, it might be a 10 out of 10 fragrance for me. Desert Rain was one of my favorite fragrances I smelt this year. That particular fragrance, the marijuana one, might be my favorite fragrance discovery or smell. One of the best of the year. That right now, that with Desert Rain, with Raja's champagne at Bergdorf, they're kind of like up there. That is, bro. I can do some things with that, bro. I'm just glad I got a 20 ml is not a 10 or a 5. Like, I can get some actual wear out of these for like weeks, almost the whole season, for real, for real. 20 mls? Yeah, that's some good wear. So anyway, Sarmadi, I'm gonna spell it out again so y'all can put it in the comments. That's gonna be Sarmadi. The perfumer for this is Christian Provenzano. Again, I'm hoping that he's not reworking his stuff. But we'll see. Christian. So the top notes: star anise, cardamom, birch. The heart notes: black chocolate accord, jasmine, ab from Egypt, nutmeg, pepper, a smoky accord. Ooh, this sound like this gonna hit. The base notes is amber, cedarwood, cypriol, myrrh, and vanilla. Bro, Christian's a madman. This just sound like this can be one of those ones. Oh, it's good. Now, this is going to be like, now this one smells like an indie, like almost artisanal. This is artisanal. This one right here is extremely artisanal. Middle Eastern, upper echelon Middle Eastern stuff. So a lot of these Middle Eastern fragrances have tiers. Like even an Arabian Oud. Arabian Oud has some cheap, like designer-esque, like fragrances. And then they have like Blue Oud, Royal Oud, you know, some of their top tier stuff along with their attars and stuff, right? There's levels to like Middle Eastern fragrances. This smells very artisanal to me. The artisanal person is going to love this. The person who's not really artisanal, I don't think they're going to like this. I like this. Yeah, man. Damn. I like it. It's kind of one of those. I'll wait. I don't know if it's going to get the compliments like everything else that I've smelled. I feel like I can pull off almost everything else on here, and I can find a way to get a compliment on. This one is just going to be. You got to watch your spray with a fragrance like this. The right amount of sprays will smell good. Too much will be too spicy, and could set off people's nostrils. Too spicy can be where it can be overwhelming and can overtake your wearing experience or the wearing experience for people around you, the way they're smelling it. So I wouldn't overspray this because there's a ton of spice here, like the anise or whatever. It doesn't go into the licorice kind of thing, but you got anise, you got cardamom. This cardamom is almost green, almost minty to me, almost like crushed mint to me is what it smells like to me. This nice dark chocolate, which you would think like this, ooh, it's almost like this chocolate mint thing going on, like chocolate mints. Like I feel like there's some Thai oud in here. I feel like Thai oud is in here. And what is oud in here? Nope, no oud in here. It just smells like Thai oud to me. And maybe that's just the dark chocolate, amber, woody thing. I mean, you got the incense in here, spices, warm spices, the jasmine I'm not picking up. This is one that needs to go on skin. The paper isn't going to do this justice. Paper isn't going to do this justice. Unfortunately, though, I want to see what paper is not going to do this justice. Paper is doing this an injustice. I know this for a fact. Paper is doing this an injustice. I can just smell it. Paper is doing a lot of these injustice, but this one personally is doing injustice. Because I want to see how each one of those spices are going to show up on skin and definitely how that chocolate's going to play out in the wearing experience. Paper's doing this injustice. But with that said, I'm going to put the apple on my skin because, well, that's just the more, I don't know. I've never had an apple accord fragrance that just captivated me. Okay. It's like this is like a, who did this fragrance? Was this Christian Provenzano? I think did this. I think Christian Provenzano did this. Iftitan. Yeah, Christian Provenzano did it. Okay. What this is giving me a little bit of Defender, but is better than Defender. It's denser than Smoking Hot from Killian. But on skin, I'm getting that apple shisha. Now it's giving me almost a shisha kind of thing. It's giving me apple shisha now. But it's giving me a better version. So here's the thing. Here's how I look at that. Killian's Smoking Hot, which I love, by the way, is like $275 for a 50 ml. You get 100 ml of this fragrance, and it's just a denser wearing experience. It's just a louder wearing experience. I still like that apple cord. That apple cord is still, yeah. I'm getting apple shisha. It's definitely going into the realm of Smoking Hot more than it's going into Angel Share. It's more going into the, yeah. It's more Killian Smoking Hot, kind of. I'm be honest, it's kind of neck and neck. When I wear it, actually, this is going to be my center day tomorrow because it's like 20 degrees around here. So my center day tomorrow is going to be Iftitan. And on my other wrist, I'm going to put Smoking Hot on there and see how they compare. If you're in my private Facebook group, I'll give my overall thoughts on my first day of wearing the full bottle. But it's really giving me giving me Smoking Hot, if I'm be honest. Smoking Hot, a little bit of Defender, a little bit, but it's not as boozy. Defender goes boozy at times, almost a little bit of cognac, which I think cognac's in the accord there. And Defender is from Boudicca. Yeah, it's giving me more Smoking Hot. If you got Killian Smoking Hot, you don't really need this. But I like it though. And it's denser than Smoking Hot. And if I didn't have Smoking Hot and I had this, I would choose this over Smoking Hot. I kind of like the presentation a little bit more too. Presentation. I like these presentation bottles. This will look actually good on my shelf. Really good on my shelf. So I like the presentation. All right. So those are my thoughts. I'm not going to really rank these. But if I'll be very interested if I talk to the perfumer, the creators behind the brand, that Iftitan wasn't inspired by apple shisha. Because on skin, it's giving me apple shisha. Without a doubt. Incredible. Like, it's just popping off of skin. It's just wafting. This is going to be highly complimented. But we know why. Smoking Hot's highly complimented. I love Smoking Hot, but this just kind of eliminates Smoking Hot. I don't need a backup bottle of that or a refill bottle of that. I can just get this. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back because we almost on 2 hours. What I'm gonna do is answer a few questions and give my thoughts. Overall experience on the house. Let's talk about it. Overall experience on the house. Solid, man. I would love to see the full bottles. I almost wish they would have sent me full bottles, but I do respect the 20 mLs. I respect the hell out of 20 mLs and not like 5 ml samples. Sometimes fragrance houses send you 5 ml samples and want you to talk about their fragrances on your channel, and that's like not really like they didn't even invest in doing that and they want the exposure. But I get it, but yeah. Niche fragrance house made in Dubai. Yeah. That's my thing. So let's go down some of them. So my favorite from the house is the marijuana one, which is Tiryaq or Tiryaq. That's the marijuana one. I haven't smelled anything like that. The next one, let's talk about Iftitan. Iftitan gave me Killian Smoking Hot. I will compare those two tomorrow to see how much of Killian Smoking Hot that it gave me. But it gave me a little bit of Killian Smoking Hot. Eiha. You know what this is giving me? It's giving me, that's the one I said is pineapple. What this reminds me of, I know what this reminds me of now. But like a better version of it, but still reminds me of it nonetheless. It reminds me of Shaq. Let me find out who made Shaq. It was like, there's a fragrance that was back in 2017. A couple of reviewers talked about Shaq. And I believe it was SHAQ. It was like a $30 fragrance you can get. I believe it was, is it Shaq? Was it Swiss Arabian? I don't know if it was Shaq. Let me read. Yeah, it was Swiss Arabian. Let me see what Ethan had. Let me compare these notes. It's giving me Shaq. But like a better version, but it's still giving me Shaq from Swiss Arabians. I wouldn't be surprised if this house. I wonder if this house and Swiss Arabian have any affiliation with each other. But it's giving me Shaq a little bit. Let me see. Shaq had pineapple, blackcurrant, bergamot, birch, lily of the valley, ambroxan, patchouli, and musk. This has the vetiver, leather, peppermint, clary sage, raspberry, bay roses. Yeah, it's kind of giving me like a better version of Shaq. If anybody's ever had Shaq from Swiss Arabian, which you can get like $25, except for it smelled like really like artificial. But like in 2017, like I wear that out. Like that was, it's almost like an Aventus thing, but it's like pineapple forward with some florals, and then it had that ambroxan or ambroxan-esque accord with Lily of the Valley that made it really watery, which I believe Frisia is doing that with this one. Yeah, it's giving me Shaq. I knew I smelt this or like this before. It's giving me Shaq. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing yet, but it's giving me Shaq. I like Shaq. I gave Shaq away back in 2019, but I think I gave that to my father. Told him to wear it out. But I like it though. It's University of Love. I got compliments back in 2018, 17 on it. But nonetheless, that gave me Shaq. There might be a lot of DNAs in Middle East they might be doing over there, but it's giving me that. Dhuaf, I believe, which was Dhuaf. I believe that's the chocolate one, right? Yeah, the coffee cardamom. That was unique. I haven't smelled anything like that. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get that on my wrist. I like that. It's a lot going on, but it's sexy. But it's like sexy in a it's just a lot of spices. When you spray this on, it's like a lot of you get that chocolate with tons of spices. Like Spice Market, like Middle Eastern coffee house in a spice market with chocolates laying around, dark chocolate, Middle Eastern dark chocolates laying around. That's kind of what I get. I like that. I like that. I like that. That and Dhuaf and Tiryaq are like the most ones I haven't. I felt like I have no affiliation, like I haven't smelt that before. Shabab, is that the pretty one? Yeah, that's the one I said I'm too ugly to wear. Oh yeah. I'm damn. All right, listen, I'll pull some stuff off. In spring and summer, I might try to pull this off, but I'm telling you, if my daughter gets her nose on this, it is a wrap. It is gone. I don't have it. This is women. This is Sunday brunch. This is brunch, Sunday, spring, summer, rooftop, sexy, white, glasses, beautiful smile, bottomless mimosas. This is too sexy for me. I might pull it off just because I got the balls to do it. Hold on, let me rephrase. I might wear it. I don't know if I'm going to pull it off. But I know if I went into Scent Explorer with like 15 sprays of this, the fragrance girlies would be on me. They would be smelling me, and they would tell the other girlies to come over to smell me too. And they all would ask me, what is that? And where could they go get that from? And if this was at a booth, I don't know if they was at Scent Explorer. If this was at a booth, they'd be like, where's the booth at? Where can we go get this? I want that. How much is it? $275. Oh yeah, point me in the right direction and go get this. Yeah. I'll wear it. I'm not pulling it off, but I'll wear it just because I got the balls to do so. What's somebody gonna do to me? What's next? If then that was the smoke. It's smoking hot. Smoking hot. It's kind of smoking hot. I ain't gonna hold you. Mother. Yeah, mother is just a Really good rose oud fragrance with incense. Rose, patchouli, incense, minus the saffron. It's giving me Electimus Octavian a little bit in that realm, but Octavian's a little bit more smoking. I like Octavian a little bit better, but it's giving me that family. If you got Octavian or anything in that nature, even like a portrait of a lady kind of thing, a rose, incense, patchouli kind of fragrance, it could be redundant for you. I don't know if you have to have that, but I'm not the one to tell you what to buy, but it's a nice rose oud fragrance, but I've smelt that before. All right, I think that's it. So with that being said, let me look at some comments. Let me look overall presentation 10 out of 10. Most of the fragrances at a minimum, I'm gonna give them at least a 7.5 out of 10. For just rounding them all up, just all together 7.5. The reason it got knocked down because there's a few I just feel like I smelt before, like 2 or 3. I feel like I smelt before. So I'm gonna just overall for the collection, I'm gonna knock it down to about there. So a 10, 7.5 for presentation. I think that's gonna round it up to about an 8 overall, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for all overall fragrances. None of them smelt bad. A few, I don't think, I don't know if you've been in the game for a while, I just don't know if you necessarily need. And that's all. But again, that's why you get a sample to figure it out. And the best thing about this sample, matter of fact, I'm gonna bump it to an 8.5 because given 20 ml samples, like for most people, this discovery set for all 7 fragrances for $275 is all you need from the house anyway. And if after you use the 20 mLs, if you feel like you need a full bottle, then get the full bottle out of the one that you wore the most. Like in 3 months, see which one you wore the most. That'd be the one you need the full bottle of. The one you just kept coming back to, Tiryaq or Tiryaq or I'm captivated by that one. I'm so intrigued by that one. Like intrigued. I love the bottles though. I love the collection. Would like to have the bottles on my shelf, but yeah, overall, I'm gonna give them an 8.5. 8.5 out of 10. 8.5. Just overall. I think the overall experience, the book, how many gonna give you a book with like the history of the brand and everything else? I mean, that is top tier. That's clutch. So let me look at some comments and then we're gonna get up out of here. Let me pull up some comments here. All right, what's up, fam? When you wear Shabab or Shaman, they both be wilding off skin. Listen, I have a feeling that all of these, I wish I can put these on the thing while I'm looking on my phone. I wish all of these, so far, these 3 I put on my hand, they're all popping off of skin. They're all like popping off of skin. And y'all know I put lotion on. Look at the sheen. You can look at the sheen right there. That's heavy sheen. Another one. Like you can see where the spray is and where, I don't know if you can see as much here because I put like a little bit like right up in here. But you can just see where the oils are just going to, as your body temperature, they're just going to perform. I just know they're going to perform. I just know they are. So I don't think that's going to really be an overall issue. I heard somebody ask about Naxxus. We're going to talk about these fragrances right now. If you want to know about Naxxus, something, you got to hit me on Never Live on that. I'm just going to talk about these right now. If you got questions about these 5 fragrances, I got a discovery set. I got the discovery set. I'm giving out the names of my 5 girls, 2 girlfriends, and a wife on the side, and hope at least get all 7 full size for Christmas. You'll receive a $25 voucher towards a full bottle whenever you buy a Discovery set. So if you buy a Discovery set, it's 35% oil concentration. So there's good concentration. You get a $25 voucher. Listen, man, to me, this house is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer because of this. Overall, I liked all the fragrances. A few were redundant, and I don't know if people need it, but that's the beauty. A 20 ml for most people is all you need for most fragrances, to be honest. All these fragrances behind me, if I just had a 20 ml of each one, like that'd be kind of like good enough. That'll last me for a good long time. I don't need 100 ml of everything. I think a 20 ml would just do just fine, which is all you really need. And then when you take that into consideration, and after you wear them all, when you figure out what you like to be able to take that 25, first of all, you're already getting them for $275. And then if you use Jason's discount, you're getting them 10% off. So you're getting them for like $275. Then if you buy a full bottle, you're getting the 25% off on top. I'm hoping you can stack the discounts. So now you're looking at $250 for 100 ml for things that are going to last, going to perform, going to work. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's overall they were solid. Overall solid. You know what I mean? I almost wish a few wouldn't have been familiar, like on a personal level. But I get it because it's almost like creating a fougere. I'm just glad all of them weren't that way, because if all of them were like familiar, I'd have been like, bro, this like, is this a clone house? Just because they work with perfumers, is it a clone house? But I don't want to judge every fragrance house from Dubai that way. But overall, solid. 3, I felt like I smelt before, at least 2, and 3, because it was the rose oud, the Ephraim, and the angel share. So 3 out of the 4, I felt like I smelt that DNA before. The other 4, solid. I felt like they had uniqueness to it. They had good body to them. All of them smell like they're going to perform. So overall, my overall experience with the house is pretty good. My overall experience with the house is pretty good. Yeah, 20 mLs is amazing, seeing that most of us have over 50 bottles. Yeah, you don't need nothing else. I think that's all you need. Yeah, I think that's all you need. But I'm gonna keep the whole buck with you. I do, and I am going to layer that chocolate fragrance with the marijuana fragrance, because I got a feeling that's going to be impeccable. Matter of fact, since I'm going to bed, why not? Which one is that? Dhuaf? Yeah, I believe that's a chocolate one. I just don't want to ruin. Hold on. Did I put the chocolate fragrance on? And where did I put that? I think I put that on my wrist, right? Let me just. Yeah, I put that. Oh, I like that. Ooh, so must have bottles for me right now would be the marijuana fragrance in Dhuaf, the chocolate one. Those are like must have for me. Like must have. Like, I mean, well, must have might be a stretch, because I don't think I must have anything. But those are my. If I was going to have to get something from the house, those would be the 2 that I get. Those would be the first 2 I get. But that's based on my taste. Like that. I like that. So anyway, man, so we're going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. If nobody got any more questions, let me see. Anybody got any more questions? Let me go through a few. Chocolate and marijuana is wild. Yeah. But here's the thing. How can I phrase? even if you don't partake in the green stuff, but you've smelt like good green stuff. You smelt like good quality green stuff, like the good stuff. Not cess. Cess was like some 1990s. It'd be like, yo, you smoking some cess? It's like 95, 96, 98. You know what I mean? I did skip 97, but yeah, 97 could have been a blur. Like right up in that area, right? Cess, Indo, you know what I mean? We talking what, 92 to 94, Indo. Anywho, the good stuff, you know, the stuff high resins, like if you smell some good stuff now, like it don't smell, just not being burnt, it doesn't smell like ash, like just smelling out the bag, like it doesn't, it gives you some of that familiarity of smelling some really good stuff, but without like being straight up marijuana. Like my Mary Jane smells like Mary Jane from Born to Stand Out smells like marijuana, like good hemp, bubble gum pop, like marijuana. This goes into that, but then it every time it feels like it's going there, it drags you back with this tobacco vanilla suede. That's very like prominent here. Extremely prominent, this tobacco vanilla thing, which makes it good. So then you're taking this tobacco leaf, this cigar tobacco leaf, vanilla, and you're throwing a little bit of chocolate on it. Now you're getting this little bit of Ashton VSG kind of thing. So it's like cracking open Ashton VSG and putting some really good bud inside of it, which is blasphemous within itself. But that's not, bro, that's not a bad layer. The hazelnut, the nuttiness of the hazelnut with the tobacco, with the star anise, with this cardamom, because I think both had cardamom, maybe a little bit of cinnamon, the peppermint, this peppermint chocolate thing. So you got this bud here with peppermint chocolate patty with tobacco and hazelnut, making this a really creamy tobacco. Some tobaccos, when you pull on them, like in the second draw, you will get like sometimes hazelnuts, maybe a little bit of leather, depending on the wrapper. So that is a good layer. That's a good layer. Is it going to like drop panties? I don't know about all that, but it's a really, that is a really, I like that. I like that. Let me read last couple of comments and then we can get up out of here because it's almost 11. Have I smelled no cologne from Fugazi? No, I haven't, but I probably can call my connect up and go smell it because he got all of them. I just haven't. Me and my connect been out of pocket for like 4 months, but he got other things going on and I just ain't cared about buying nothing, if I'm gonna be totally honest. So I just haven't, like my connect, like live up the street from me. I just get up with my connect. I smell everything before I buy it, but I just haven't been on after I got champagne, that was like, okay, you're Dunsky here. You've not that I went over my budget, but it's like that was it. That's all you were buying. Boom, you're done. Yeah, bro. That's yeah. Anyway, all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. I don't think it's much comments. Everybody getting up out of here, man. Peace. I appreciate the love. If this was too long, go back, check the replay. We're going to be back at it. I think my next video I'm going to do is going to be my favorite ouds. I'm going to rank my favorite ouds from the House of Boudicca. I'm kind of looking at the table, and I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 17, 15 ouds, fragrances from the House of Boudicca. I'm going to rank those because I like wearing ouds in like November and December. So I'm going to rank those. That might be like one of my next videos. I don't know if I'm going to do that Friday or if I'm going to do that next week, but I'm going to do that video. My favorite ouds from the House of Boudicca, my favorite ouds, and I'm going to rank them. With that being said, I'm going to leave you the way I greeted you. That's the universal language of peace. Good night.